you start off in cell phase, and here you can pick like either a carnivore or an herbivore. So I'm going to start off with an herbivore. And we added different modes, easy, normal, and hard, for different types of players. So the casual players would definitely like want to jump in and play easy mode, while more hardcore players would want to play hard mode to get like a bigger challenge. Because the game is so like broad and has such broad appeal, we didn't want to narrow the market at all. We wanted to make sure that there's something for everyone. Some players will play this game and only create things for other players, while other players might just want to do the social networking aspect of it, sharing creatures and exploring the planet. While the more hardcore traditional gamers will play through it in a hardcore fashion and want to have a challenge and with deep gameplay and whatnot. So with cell phase, you're swimming around in this tide pool, and you're eating and eventually getting larger and adding new parts to your creature. Because you're an herbivore, you cannot eat meat chunks. So here I'm swimming around eating food. I'm going to cheat ahead a little bit, so as you can see. This is how you find some parts. And as you find parts, you get into editors. Every game will have like editors. We already released a creature editor, but there's over 18 editors in the game, including UFO, including building editors, vehicle editors. We even have a music editor in the game where you can create your own music and share them online through the Sporepedia. So here I am. I just found a spike, so I'm adding the spike to my creature. And I'll just randomly name my creature. And I'm back out again. Now that I have my spikes, my gameplay completely changes, right? I'm still herbivore, but I'm able to defend myself now from guys that would come after me. One of the cool things about Spore that we haven't really shown is the idea of the timeline. So as you can see, you're starting out in cell, and it's 100 million years, like in the past, right? 100 million years past, and as you're evolving, you're actually like filling in, like you can see your evolution trees. Like I picked up the spike, and now I have some weapons, and my creature changed, and the timeline will document how it's changed. If you trend towards herbivore, you'll gain different abilities in creature. So the decisions that you make in cell will actually change and determine what happens in creature. And additionally, like it's really awesome looking at how your creatures evolve. I'm gonna just quickly show like a timeline that's much more complete. Here's a timeline of in the creature stage where there's a lot more that we've played through a lot more, so you'll be able to see like what I mean when you can see the changes in your creature. So here's the creature timeline. Here's the creature timeline, and the parts that you unlock, like how you added wings, so what creatures you killed, that's all documented. And this whole timeline piece is actually shared online too. Here's one of the cool creations that our fans have made. We actually didn't ship any robot parts, but the fans have actually made creatures that look like robots, which is really cool for us. Here you can see some robots. They look like robots, but they're tribe creatures, right? And they're actually carrying axes. And again, this is, in a way, this is going to be the first time like a lot of casual players will play an RTS game. So we wanted the game to be very accessible, but at the same time have really deep gameplay to it. And again, every phase there's editors, so I can go into the accessories editor in Tribe and equip my guys with different like hats and whatnot. So let's add like a little helmet to him. That's a little helmet. And then we're gonna add like some masks. Oh, that's cool. And let's put a little grass skirt right here. And again, I think the players will find lots of creativity in each of these editors and be able to share them in ways that we would totally not expect. Players, even with this creature, players have been using like certain parts that we normally wouldn't expect the player to use. For example, these the way these legs are, they feel like suction cups almost for the robot. Or these hands, they're actually like attack parts that players have put onto to look like hands. But it somehow it works really well in the game. So we're really excited for the player's creativity and for the player to like sort of like even show us as developers how these things can be done. So in Tribe, there's you're supposed to be befriending and conquering other tribes. I'm going to buy a tool and I'm going to show you some of the social aspects of the game. In Spore, you can play the game either as aggressive or a social as an aggressive or as a social creature. I'm going to equip my guys with these didgeridoos, so I'm going to play music to the other tribe because I don't want to conquer them. I want to play as a social player. Okay. Come on. Let's take some of these guys over. And I'm going to go over to that tribe and I'm going to socialize with that tribe. Oh, it's a tribe of dinosaurs. So here I go. I'm coming over. Robots and dinosaurs. So the game continuously like surprises you. You'll see like just like giant creatures scaring other creatures. The world's really emergent. And here I am like in the backdrop with a giant creature. I'm socializing with these dinosaur guys. So I'm going to play a little music band for them. They're going to ask me for certain tools and I'm going to respond with those tools. So I succeeded in making them my friends. So my relationship changed. They really thought I did a great job, so they're going to give me a rating to see how well I did. They're dancing around. Oh, they really like it. They gave me a 10. So I did really well. So I made them my friends. So I can continue on and make them my allies, in which they will help me if I'm in war or come and gift me. Show a little bit of the vehicle editor. So let's jump out. Menu again. This is an editor that we haven't shipped yet, or we haven't even shown a lot of yet. This is the vehicle editor, and what's really cool is, by the way, this is the Sporepedia. If you haven't seen it yet, it's just a way for players to kind of colgate all their content and share it. It's in a way it's a social networking, our social networking site. Okay. So here's the vehicle editor. As you can see, there's like the breadth of content is absolutely amazing. Here's some buildings that you can see, some vehicles, some more creatures. I'm going to jump into this one and edit this vehicle. So you can make like all sorts of vehicles, whether it's religious vehicles, military vehicles, air vehicles, ground vehicles, sea vehicles, and it's just as easy as making creatures. Like we made like just the ease of use was something that we spent a lot of time on. One of the really awesome things about like to continue that ease of use is the way we paint creatures, right? Like and paint vehicles. We wanted to make it like as simple as a single click, and you can paint something really cool. Oftentimes players would make something that's really complex and it's really hard to paint, but we want it to be easy to do. Now, how do you make like something like a vehicle feel like it's part of like the creature that made it? So we made this feature called Paint Like Me. So you can take a creature and say, well, what if this creature made that vehicle and it would paint like that creature? Or what if it's